let's move on to AEW Collision, July 17th, Saturday.
Now we're
FTR versus Juice Robinson and Jay White. 2 out of 3 falls for the AEW Tag Team titles. Um, I'm not going to go through this because it was basically an hour-long match. It almost hit the hour-long time limit. But I'll just say a couple things. Jay and Juice won the first fall. So they went ahead 1-0. Then FTR bombarded Jay White with literally everything imaginable, but they just couldn't score a fall off him, right? This made Jay White look pretty strong, which as Robert was talking about last week, that
right.
he was kind of disappointed in how they booked Jay White, but they made him look like a machine here. They hit him with everything. The pinfalls didn't come from Jay White; they were from Juice. So
Right.
I think they made him look a little almost unrealistically strong, personally. Um, but anyways, right at the point where this match was gonna hit the hour time limit mark, um, FTR ended up scoring the pinfalls. I thought it might be a tie because they once they say 5 minutes left, it's hard to finish the match within 5 minutes. But I found myself a little sad at the booking at who won just because I kind of got invested in it, after watching 2 hours of these guys fighting. But stellar match. Um, let's hear some thoughts. I'll start with Robert this time. How about you? Juice
I
and Jay White versus FTR.
I loved it. I would say for now it's one of my favorite matches of the year. Absolutely for tag team matches, absolutely it's got to be like top five, probably top three. It was amazing.
Do you think the
Um,
right people went over?
man, because the FTR has been on a roll for a long time. They've been like the best tag team for I don't know how many years now. So it's hard to say that the right team, didn't go over, but I don't know. I wasn't upset with the booking. I will say the finish, I would say, was probably not as exciting as last week's, but given like, where the match was taking place, it was in Canada. It made sense that, to end the match with a sharpshooter. So I was cool with it, even though I didn't feel like the finish was as exciting as last week's. Um, some things to note, I really liked how at one point Jay White teased the audience as if like he was about to do the sweet chin music on I forgot which one of the STR members. It looked like he was about to do Shawn Michaels move on him, but then ended up doing the sharpshooter instead. I thought that was a cool
I
cool
didn't even realize
segment.
that.
I
You
don't
didn't?
remember that part.
Oh, I thought that was cool. But yeah, I mean, I really love the match. Like I hope this isn't the last time they fight each other. I definitely wouldn't mind them going at it again. I mean, why
Ah,
not? I mean, they
I don't know about that. I mean, I would want them
okay.
to, but I think after 2 matches, what more can you get out of this? I mean, Vlad,
I
what are
mean,
you
okay,
thinking?
not necessarily next week, but I'm
Yeah,
saying like
yeah,
later
okay.
on
Yeah, it
down the
could come
line.
around again someday, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it came around someday again, I think that would be good. Maybe if
Mhm.
Jay and Juice won some kind of tournament to get another title shot. But Robert, if you're done, we'll go to Vlad.
Yeah, if Robert's done. Well, it was a great match. There's there. I mean, both matches. The last 2 weeks have been stellar. I'll have a slight criticism, and I don't know, but being like my match of the year, it was a great match. I don't even know what my match of the year is, to be honest with you. I'd have to really do some thinking about that. But the only problem with these almost hour-long matches is the way they have to kind of have a slow pace to start, which I understand. You have to pace yourself when you're going to about to basically go Broadway, right? So I understand that, but I kind of like the flow of their match 2 weeks ago better. It just was better pacing, better flow, and you didn't because they knew they were going to go for a while, but they knew that they didn't have to go an hour, basically. But overall, it was a great match. I think the right team did win because FTR is finally in a good feud with a tag team. Yes, they've been the tag team champions, but they haven't really been doing much of anything or anything of relevance or anything exciting or anything interesting. They were just prior to this, they were with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal and that goober troop that he's with, that those guys are with. So Now they're in a real feud with really two good wrestlers on on Collision. Way too early to take the titles away from them. Um, so I'm fine with the booking. Amazing match, great work across the board. Tremendous job by everybody. Um, I'm trying to think if there had any other criticisms. I think maybe just winning on the sharpshooter. I think it kind of fell flat to me a little bit after everything those guys had been through. Kind of losing on a sharpshooter, you know. And also agree with Kahan's main point that yes, I mean Jay White they made look like he was like the second coming of Jesus in this match. He kicked
Yeah.
out of everything. He was
Yes.
just getting. I mean, they put him every finisher on this guy, and he was kicking out. It was
Yes.
like almost Orange Cassidy style. It was
Yes.
ridiculous. Uh, but I understand that they're trying to make maybe make up for like really terrible booking that they had him with in the beginning, and actually he is a capable wrestler, which I wasn't sure when he first. I thought he was going to be part of that, dynamite crew over there in the league, but no, he's actually a very capable wrestler, which those guys are not. So that's good to see. He's very good. So other than that, I might have some other minor criticisms, but what's the point of even saying it was a great match? And this was definitely the highlight of the show. Again, they stole the show, back to back weeks. I'll leave it at that.
So no 5 stars then, I guess. All right.
I would probably say four and a half. Four and a
Okay.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's move it along. Let's move it along. We got a little bit more to go.
Yeah.
After this we had Soho versus Willow Nightingale for the final of the Owen Hart Cup. The ending I thought was a little sloppy. Willow ended up winning after Ruby tried to get the spray paint, and then she tried to spray her in the face with it, but it looked like she obviously wasn't close to trying to spray her in the face, and then ended up getting pounced, I think was the final move that ended the match. I don't know. I'm not gonna give too much thoughts on this. I didn't think it was perfect, so I'm not gonna give it uh, really much comment other than to ask you guys if you want to comment anything. But if not, I'm gonna move on to QT
I would say we could go
Marshall.
on.
All right then, QT Marshall went into Powerhouse Hobbs's locker room looking to apologize for costing him his match last week, which some people thought hopefully would be the end of that whole thing, but they didn't really tell us yes or no whether it's gonna end. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, Vlad. Hobbs said to
Yeah.
QT, "Remember, your word is your bond," and then he kind of slapped him on the chest and left. But like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, whatever. I really don't want any cryptic things from this angle on. I just want it to end. But
Uh, exactly. You got the second part right. Like I was about to say, like, are we even talking? Why are we talking about this?
I
But
don't know.
okay, yeah.
I'm going through everything in wrestling from the last week. Okay, fine. I'll move
I get.
on.
Okay.
Mal Malachi Black and Brody King against some jobbers, which was just a vehicle to get Andrade out in the middle of the match, and he's trying to get his mask back, but referees stop him at the entrance ramp. These like unstoppable referees that he couldn't get through, right?
Yeah, I was
He
gonna mention that.
Yeah, he didn't even try to like power over them or anything. They just kind of they were like, "No, Andrade, no, please stay right here." Okay, and then he that's what he did. So I guess he really doesn't need that mask that badly.
It's not
So
that important.
yeah, exactly. Let me move on. Other than that, we had the main event. What was it? It was Ricky Starks against CM Punk for the
CM
final of
Punk.
the men's Owen Hart Cup. And in the end, Starks ended up using the ropes as leverage to get the pinfall, leaving Punk stunned. And seemingly, Ricky Starks turns heel in the process here as he goes up the entrance ramp to accept his Owen Hart Cup from Jushin Thunder Liger, who came out to present it to him as the guest celebrity, and he just kind of grabbed it hastily and ran away with the cup. So, hard fought match. More interestingly, though, is the booking here. Robert, what do you think of Ricky Starks winning over CM Punk?
I would have preferred CM Punk winning. Um, that would have been my personal choice, but I don't know. Um he didn't win cleanly, so I guess they still protected Punk, kinda.
Yeah, that's
But I
true.
still would have I still would have preferred Punk winning it. I I just uh thought it was awkward. Like the fans were still cheering him even though he did a heel turn. That's how much the fans didn't like Punk. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it depends
But
on the
yeah,
town, I
I
guess.
yeah, he's not Punk's not gonna get any love in Canada.
All right, we'll move on. What about Vlad? Let's hear your thoughts
Oh,
about Ricky Starks winning the
yeah,
Owen
yeah.
Hart Cup. You know, maybe it's more useful to him than CM Punk. I don't know. I'm trying to
I,
see the reasoning here.
I think that's right. Well, it depends, right? Because I don't think Punk needs it, but what are they going to do with Ricky Starks? Like, are they going to elevate him now because of this? Are they going to do something with him? Is he going to be like a top heel? I mean, if that's the, or whatever, if he's going to be elevated from this, yes, it might be good booking. Nothing comes from it, which sometimes happens in AW, then yeah, it was kind of dumb. Why not just have Punk win? Because he's obviously the
A good
more
point.
established and more popular, more known wrestler, and whatever the case may be. But it just depends what they do with it. So I guess that will
How
will
about
play it.
Punk versus Starks?
Um, I mean, possibly that could be some direction that they go. I don't know.
I
It
think that would be
depends.
good. I would like that
Well,
idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think Starks is a better heel from what I've seen of him than he is a face. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's okay either way, but he's definitely a better heel. As far as Punk, I thought he got like a mixed reaction again in Canada. He's not well liked, but I think there were some
Hmm.
fans that were cheering for him. He did it. It was a good match. They did some good work, but I have to be honest. By this point, I was kind of wiped because I'm watching an hour match, and I was really invested into that match. I have to say
Yeah,
that's like I
same here.
I. It's not one of those where I was kind of casually doing something and watching it. No, I was watching it like really thoroughly. You know, so I was pretty wiped by then because that match took a lot out of you. That opening match took a lot out of you. So it was a good match. I think the booking is to be determined, and we'll see what happens. But I don't think it doesn't do anything for Punk to like that he lost or if he did win. So I don't think it hurts him one way or the other.
All right, cool.